Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel if you're new here. Today I wanted to try out these Aroic Acrylic Paint Pens that I got as a gift. I thought that first of all we could swatch them in my swatch book and then I would do an illustration in my Strathmore Mixed Media sketchbook. Let's just jump right in. Obviously this pencil case did not come with the pens. I decided to put them in here so I can have a better view at them. So I got rid of the box already. I can't show it to you, but it was quite small. I'll try to find a picture on the internet. I'm pretty sure you can find these on Amazon quite easily. These are the extra fine tips, so 0.7 millimeters. And how to use them: at first you have to shake them and then you press on the paper to make the ink reach the tip and then you can use them. Let's start our swatching session. I'm going to use my Strathmore Vision Mixed Media swatch book that I set up recently. Right here, let's start this new page. We will proceed in order of the colors. And I think I'll just write the name down afterwards. So let's start with the white. Oh, I think they don't have names. I think in the future it might be confusing because I won't always know which color refers to which pen since they don't have names or numbers. But for now, I think it's still interesting to know what color range I have. So let's start with the white. Well, you can see the white. Yeah, so I have used some of these already. So I don't have to press to get the color out. So these are really fine tips, so I don't think they're the best to create a large swatch. But I have used them so far to add details in my paintings. See, this one I think I can. Yes. Sometimes when they get a little bit drier, you can press on them to make more paint come out. And what's really weird with this set is that I have a lot of range, like a lot of beige tones, a lot of yellows, a lot of blues, purples, greens, but I have like one red. So that's really weird. Well, there's kind of a pinkish red as well. There's like a red and a pinkish red, which we will swatch soon. But I don't get it. And sometimes we have colors that really look practically identical to one another, but I only have one red, which I will swatch right now. And you see it's kind of a cool red. I think that they could have created a warmer red, so I would at least have that. Oh, I think I will swatch the pinkish red first. See, they're not the same, but they still are very close in color. So I don't get it. Oh, see, this one is new. You can see that the tip is white completely, so I have to shake it very well and then press on the paper a couple of times to make the paint reach the tip. And when it's reached the tip, then I can paint or draw with it. Oh, see, this one is new too. I don't use pinks very much, as you can see. So I think that even if I have used them, it's always good to press on the tip to make some ink come out, because otherwise it can get dry and you can rip your paper a little bit. As you can see, I have to press quite hard and it creates a little dent in my paper. So if I were to do that on an art piece, I would do it on a paper on the side. So we've finished the first row. Let's go with the purples and then we will get to the blues. This is a very nice color. Yeah, they work a lot better when I press on them every time I use them. You will see the close-up when I do it that these first ones here, I didn't press on the pens to make the paint come out. So you will see that the feeling is a lot drier than these last ones here. Oh, this one is new. And I used to press like super quickly like this, but I found out that you don't need to do that. You just need to do a couple of long presses and the paint just goes down naturally. So we have a nice range of purple, but these two kind of look similar. I don't know how necessary it was to include these two, but I really like the range. In fact, I think it's amazing. It's just a red. If I had a couple more reds, then I would feel that this is a very complete set. It's just, I think that right now I feel like we've sacrificed a quite useful color. I feel like maybe we could have put a bit less of similar other colors and put more red. I use them mainly for highlights, so it's not really a problem. I keep fixating on this, but it's not that much of a problem. This is what I've used them for so far, but after this I'm going to do an artwork with these, and maybe it's gonna make me see them in a different light. Maybe I will use them more for complete artworks. Oh, this blue is so cute. Oh, and we finished the second row, and oh, see, this blue is like, it's the same. They look very similar, but you can see a slight difference. But these swatches, there's not enough of a difference, you know? So why not just get rid of this one and put one more red? I don't know. I love this color. The colors are really nice. They're super vibrant, super pigmented. I don't think they're super light fast, to be honest, but they're perfect to use in my sketchbook. And this white here that we don't really see is very good to add highlights. Oh, this color is so nice. Kind of an in-between between a blue and a purple. Love it. Now we will move on to the greens. We have a really nice range of greens in this set. So this is really good for me because I love doing landscapes. And they're very different from one another. So we don't have like repeat colors like this, I think, if I remember correctly. Oh, and this green, I think it's one of my favorite colors. It's kind of a grayish green. Love it. I could have put it in the grays, but no, I put it in the greens. Our last green is kind of an olive or apple green or an in-between. I don't think I've tried that one in the past, and I did not expect this color, so it's good. Maybe I did not shake it well enough because I feel like it would be a bit more golden. No, that's a real color. Well, I love it. And then another one that looks golden as well, but maybe a bit on the darker side. Ooh, okay, this one is really a gold. And then our two browns, which look very different from one another as well, which is good. This one is kind of a grayish brown. So we have this warmer brown, this more conventional brown. And now we will go to the grays. This one might be a silver. I'm not sure. Yes, this one is a silver. So we have one gold and one silver in this set. Now we have 3 grays. One that looks warm, this one, another that looks cooler, and we have a kind of a Payne's gray. Oh, this one is very dark as well. I'm interested to see if the markers went through the page. So we will discover that together at the end. This is one of my worries with these kinds of markers, and even with ink markers, with any kind of markers really, is that if I use them in my sketchbook, well, I have to be very careful to make sure that there's nothing I really want to keep on the other side of the page, because if they go through the page, then I'm going to ruin a drawing or a painting that I did, which would suck. Oh, this one is a lot paler than I thought, which is really good because I think I could really use this kind of color. Now the Payne's gray one, another one of my favorites, I think. So useful. And they don't have names. I just call it a Payne's gray because that's what it looks like. But they don't have names. And the black to finish off. All right, so we have a very pigmented black. And maybe to see the white, I could do another black swatch here, and then I will do some white lines on top when it's dried. That's one of the good things with acrylic pens, is that once they're dried, you can put another color on top and it should be opaque, just like acrylic is. While this dries, let's see on the other side of the page. Ah, it did not go through. Very good to know. Okay, so let's try the white on this swatch here. See, it's super opaque. It's gonna be perfect for highlights. Since we have done a swatch on this page, I need to write the page number, and we will just go write this page title on our table of content. Here we go. In the future, I'll be able to quickly find the page on which I swatched these pens, and I'll be able to use this swatch sheet to create my work. We will keep this page open to create our artwork. I really want to do a cool tone artwork. I think I would maybe focus on the purples, like this row, and maybe these 3 greens. This would be my color palette. I won't try to fill in the whole page with the color. Maybe I'll do the outlines, and then I'll see if I add some hatching to create texture or some dots or something. Okay, so I will see you soon with our sketchbook. Now, what I want to do is that I want to recreate this sketch, but as you can see, it's really busy, and I'm really aiming for a simple look. Oh, and on the other side of the page, we have this botanical illustration that I did not too long ago. I cannot say for sure if the pens are going to go through this page or not. As we saw in my sketchbook, it did not, but it's not the same paper, so we never know. We'll see. So this is going to be the ultimate test. It's okay if it goes through. Well, it would suck, obviously. I hope it doesn't, but if it did, it wouldn't be the end of the world because I already photographed this one and I created a print with it, so I have a digital version on my computer. So, oh, as you can see, I've been kind of obsessed with botanical illustration these last few weeks. So we'll do another one, but in a different style. I want this to be quite loose, so I think I won't be using any rulers because usually I like to do the horizon line with a ruler, and I have a lot of lines here on the ceiling. Usually I would use a ruler for this. I think I won't for now. I will start with the background, and then what's good with this is that I can just go over the line since it's an acrylic pencil. so far I really like the sketchy look that I'm going for, so I think we are a step in the right direction because I've really wanted to start loosening up my style a little bit. I want to use this beautiful glue. Oh, and I'll leave the colors that I'm using out so I know which ones I use, because I still would like to use somewhat of a limited color palette, and when I'm done I'm going to put a dot of each color on top because I like this look a lot. A lot of artists do that in their sketchbooks and I love it. Doing this is so relaxing. I don't have to think about anything. It's just, it feels like doodling, you know? So I'm going to reuse this color right away on the other side to make sure that there's a cohesion in my piece. This is something I always try to do. When I use a color, I want to use it at least twice in one piece, because if you use a color only once, sometimes it can look really out of place. It's gonna stick out. Your eye is going to go straight to it and not in a good way. So it can really distract from the main focus that you wanted to put in your piece. And both of these botanical drawings that I did first, well, paintings, these are paintings, I really wanted to go for this color palette, something a bit more on the cool side, using some blues, some purples, but it's not a color palette that I usually use at all. So in both of these instances, when it came time to paint after my sketch, I forgot about it and I just went with my natural color palette that I use, which is looking more on the natural side. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's really something conscious that I have to do. If I want to change up my art style a little bit, I really have to think about it constantly. Let's use this color on the other side as well, because I have not used it so far. I think I will use it for this big tree that I have on the side here. think that if the pen goes through the page, it's going to be here. Well, it's gonna be a surprise. And we'll discover it at the end. Let's use the white to see if I can like erase some parts of the trees to make the new leaves that I drew pop a little bit. I don't know if it's doable. I did not realize that my card ran out of memory, so you skipped a little bit. So I drew the windows and the ceiling, and I'm gonna finish that now. Okay, so this is the final result. I love this page so much. And now let's just see if it went through the other side. I hope not. No, it didn't. So that's great. That's so nice. Good to know. So I think that these two pages look so cool next to one another. I feel like they really go together. You know that it's the same place, but it's a completely different style. And I love that I was able to keep a limited color palette for this one. The effect is so nice. I will say that I love these acrylic paint pens. Doing this drawing was so much fun. I love how versatile they are. You can paint over if you made a mistake. Yeah, so amazing overall. I really recommend them. I don't know how much they cost, but I don't think they are super expensive. I'll try to put a link to find them if you want to try them out. It's an amazing set. You have so many colors. They are super pigmented. They don't stain the pages. Of course, I guess it depends on what kind of paper you're using, but if you're using a mixed media sketchbook, you should be fine. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you tried these pens, please tell me how you like them. If you have any suggestions on where I could find maybe this missing red I'm looking for, please tell me. Until next time, take care and I will see you soon. Bye!